Hi, my name is Tess Dutton, and I'm starting a new video series, and I invite anyone and everyone that wants to heal on a deep, deep core level to join me because I want to show you exactly how multidimensional and amazing the being of a human being is, okay? And I almost don't even know where to start. So I just have to start. And I'm scared to death, but I'm going to do it anyway because everything I've ever done has been because I've been scared to death. And I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared because I love myself. I love myself so fiercely and believe in myself so fiercely as a human being that I can't not do this. I have to do this. And, I'm a medium, I'm psychic, I'm very intuitive, and I've come to realize that I've been like this since I was born. I'm multidimensional. I can see past lives. I can see deeper than what is physically relevant that you can touch, see, feel, taste, hear in the 3D. I am very multidimensional. I think I'm a starseed, and I can prove it. And I've had other dimensional beings like walk through my beingness, my spirit, my soul, and I've had episodes where I can tell you about it. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell my story, and it's pretty crazy. And I just have to start. So I want you to join me in this because I can't not tell it. Okay. I keep trying to make extra money here and there, and everything in my being, my higher self keeps telling me, Tess, you have all the fortune you need. It's in you. Tell your story. Tell your story. You've experienced things so crazy in this lifetime that most people can only dream of. You have to tell your story. And I'm talking, my higher self has said this. Other souls that have crossed over have told me this. And then way up in either way up, this is how multidimensional we are. Way high up, I can feel and sense the hierarchy of our beingness, and higher angels and ascended masters and guides have nodded their head and said, Tess, you have to do this. You're being guided. You are loved. You are protected. We've been here with you through this whole thing, and we're here with you now. Start your story. And so here I am, okay? And I think right now I can just tell you I'm a multidimensional being. That means I have the human being that I am. And also, I think I'm a starseed from another planet. Honestly, I really do, because I can see objectively what humanity is going through on Earth. And some things are really too weird for me. Some things I just can't comprehend. And I can't get it because I see so clearly what it's not like and how easy it is on other planes, on other realms of existence. And also, I feel like I'm more than just a human being having this soul spirit. I have another higher, very, very high vibrational frequency inside me, because I know I have a light song. And also I've died. I've died a couple times and went right back to source. I've experienced death where I've gone right to source and melded with this source of all-encompassing intelligence, wisdom, and love. I was a part of that. I was a fractal of that. and I became a fractal of it. And I knew that I was. I knew what I was going into. I knew what I was. I could feel and see and experience and understand more than I ever understood before. I understood nature, animals, the earth realm, other realms, all encompassing. And I brought it all back with me. I brought it all back with me. So I don't see life in this 3D. I don't just experience life in the 3D. I never have, because I can see and feel on such a deeper level. I can see the colors of auras. I can see the colors of an intention and an energy that people emit. I can see it. Okay, it doesn't show up in the 3D, but it's there. It's an energy of love, or there's energy of hate, or there's energy of, this pure loving intention. And it's pretty incredible. And I'm gonna take you on this journey, and I want you to go for a ride with me and experience it and ask yourself. There's going to be a lot of questions, okay? Because first of all, it's not just me. I'm going to tell you my story because I want you to know that you are multidimensional too. You are just as loving. You are just as awesome. You are just as wildly free as I am. Okay? It's the limitations that we put on ourselves that make us think we're not. And I don't want you to ever think that you're not. Okay? Because any good medium, any good intuitive, any honest and truthful one will tell you, you have all the capabilities you need right here, okay? We have it inside of us, and you're not limited. You're not limited at all. So I'll start off and tell you, these are the stories I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my mediumship abilities and all the loving family members and friends that have come back after they've crossed over and told me a little bit of their stories and told me what happened and showed me what happened. And then I'm going to take you on this journey that started me down this path of questioning, because I grew up Catholic, and I stopped believing in that Catholic religion because I believe in spirituality. I believe in being good and kind, forgiving others, loving others, and helping others. And I don't believe in organized religion anymore, because everything I was experiencing wasn't what I was taught. Okay? And I just don't believe that I believe all organized religions are breaking down, because what's coming and what I can see that's happening is we're starting to trust in ourselves, which is breaking down all these organized power and control and fear. All those organizations of religion and business, and they're breaking down, because what's beginning to unfold is our inner beingness. And that inner beingness is self-worth and self-love. When you have that inside of you, you don't need anything else. Because everything that we have starts with self-love and self-worth. If we have that within, that's what makes us incredible. That's what makes the impossible say, I'm possible. Because we can do anything our hearts are set on. And it's pretty wild. It really is. And before I even get too deep into this, I want to thank a lot of people that, some are famous figures that are, that have helped me on this path, that have helped me keep my flippin' sanity on this path. Because honestly, what I did is, being a medium, I kept engaging in energies that were very hurt, were very dissonant, broke, pained, lost. And I had pretty much what really started me down this path of helping. I sat down and I had a talking to with my creator, with our creator. And I said, I want to help. How can I help? How can I help humanity wake up and know they're loved and help them? Because I kept seeing as a medium all these souls that are stuck. They couldn't cross over. They're stuck on this earth plane. And I kept asking myself, why? I thought after everybody, passes away that they go right to source, right to where we came from. They just go back right away. I didn't think anybody sticks around. And that scared me. That really scared me. Because I don't want anybody stuck. We're too beautiful and loving as souls to think that we can be stuck, And so my inner child, the little girl in me, had a dream. I was sitting pretty much in God's lap. And I was holding a stuffed animal and I was asking, how can I help? Because I don't have any fear. I didn't have any fear. I want to help souls cross over. And they said, are you sure? Because it's going to be scary. And not a lot of people make it back out. Because it's really that dark and that scary. And I said, yeah, I'm going for it because I want to help humanity that much that I can help them go back to source, back to the light, and get off this earth plane and not be stuck anymore. And what I was seeing was these levels of consciousness. When we're loving ourselves and we have this self-worth, that level of consciousness is higher, it's lighter. It's just a knowing of our beingness. And it's so much unconditional love and faith and hope and joy. There are no pains there. There are no issues there because we are love. We are of that source. I am love. You are love. We are source. We are that. I am. It is the I am. But the energy I connected with was so heavy and so dense and so dark and so pained. And what I kept seeing was, this is humanity's consciousness. This darkness that I was connecting to was a timeline. It was a timeline of humanity that all these souls were connecting to, and all the pain, I started to see back to a level of existence that I can't even count. I can't count the years. I can't count the millions of years I've seen. But there's this connection of all the pain and all the wars and all the disease and all the unjustified, I don't know how to describe. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. And it was really painful. But I promised I would help. And so the more my pure intention of love was connecting to these higher realms, the more my consciousness expanded. The more I was trusting with this pure intention of love, the more I was being entrusted by the divine, by the divine. The more knowledge, the more we walk through faith and joy and hope and love, the more our consciousness expands and awakens, and the more realities we can see, and the more connections that we have, and the more we are entrusted. And that started happening to me, where I could sit down and I could pray, and I felt the higher realms. There's a hierarchy of divine, like angelic beings, ascended masters and guides between this realm. I'm just talking the earth realm right now, and our source. The more we are connected to it, the more we walk in love and walk in faith and trust and hope, the more our consciousness expands. So I could start saying these prayers to help these souls cross over and help them understand that where they are, where they're stuck, is not where they have to stay. And at first I was thinking I was just talking to souls that were crossed over. And then I started being shown that I was talking to souls that weren't, that are incarnate, that have a body. That's how connected we are. That's how multidimensional we are. You know, everybody always talks about, oh, we're really connected. You know, our souls are all connected, and you know, just because we each have a body doesn't mean our souls aren't, the energy isn't connected. We're fractals of the divine. We're a fractal of the whole. And I kept being shown that. So I had to be really careful with what I was saying and how I was saying it, so I could help people let go of that fear and know that they are loved, that we are safe, and we are divine beings. It's finding that in here. It's finding that inside. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part, because people want to think that we're broken. You want to think that you're broken. You want to think that you can't be fixed. How can somebody love me because I can't even see it myself, right? You know, all these things. And the fear of, like, I was walking among souls that had died and didn't know they died. I was walking amongst souls that, like, say, died in car accidents, and I didn't know they died in car accidents. This is going to trigger a lot of people probably, but it's the truth. And they were lost and they were stuck on Earth. I thought everybody crossed over right away. I didn't realize how strong free will is, because we don't have to cross over if we don't want to. And that scared me. So I was walking and telling these souls, you're okay. Yes, you crossed. You're discarnate now. You don't have a body anymore. You died in this accident, but it's okay to go over. It's okay to go back home. I'll call in your souls, guides, and your master guides, and your guardian angels, and they'll help you cross over. We'll show you the light, and you can go. And I've done this for a few years now. And I found a few guardian angels have said, and angels and other souls that have come back and said, I've helped thousands among thousands among thousands leave the earth plane, going back to source. The more I've done this, and the more love I've had, the more I've seen it, the more I've felt it. and hearing from, I've talked to angels a lot, and they've told me how hard it is. They've had such unconditional love and trying to help for so long. But because of this universal law of free will, I can't make people leave. But they're holding the light, and they're trying, and they're trying, and they're trying to get souls to cross over and learn and be helped and know that we're love and we're light and we're safe. So me signing up for this and all these other souls is huge, because this is how we become free. This is a planet of humanity. This is a planet of human beings. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. When we hurt another person, we hurt ourselves too. And I felt it. I felt it. And I won't do that. I won't hurt anybody. My God, I swore. I swore. And I've been doing this for long enough now that I see. And it's working. It's working, because when I started this years ago, the planet wasn't as awakened as it is now. I got a clarion call, is what it's called, in 2017. I didn't even know what a clarion was. I was driving down the road in my car one day, and in my mind's eye, I saw an angel in the heavens, and he made his clarion call. You cannot hear it. You cannot hear it with our ears, but our souls, the souls that answered that call, heard it. A lot of things changed 2017. A lot of people were called. Many were called. Many, 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 and many have answered that call. And if you think you haven't, if you think I haven't done anything, I haven't been called, I'm not good enough to be called, oh no, you're wrong. Because a lot of people have been called and a lot of people are answering. It's all the different ways that we're answering that call. Because we're at this, in this fractal of time that says, hey, Mother Gaia needs our help. Earth needs our help. We only have this planet and we need to fix it. And we need to fix ourselves. And we need to answer that call and get to work. And those blinders come off. Those blinders that, only hide us and we don't want to see nothing. We don't want to see anything that's going on in the world because we're scared. Or it's not my fault or whatever. Those blinders came off. And a lot of people have stepped up. And I'll tell you what, me helping those souls, learning that they're not discarnate, that means not having a body, that not your soul spirit wandering on the earth plane. And incarnate means your soul's taken a body, right? Finding out that I'm helping discarnate and incarnate souls. And in that darkness, in that level of consciousness that's so heavy and dark, that's what hell was. That's what hell is. That answered another question for me. Because in all my work with helping souls cross over, I was like, oh, how can heaven what I saw in the spirit realm after you pass over wasn't anything like what people were saying was heaven and hell. You're going to be good and you're going to go to heaven, or you're going to be bad and you're going to go to hell afterward. My experience was it's learning. There's schools, there's universities, there's all kinds of great things going on where we can learn, and the heaven and hell is on earth. I experienced that. I experienced it. That's that darkness. That's the feeling of being lost. That's the feeling of not knowing, and the unworthiness and the hiding and the fear and the punishment that we put on ourselves and accept from others. That's hell. That's hell. That was true hell, because the only thing that kept me going was that connection to source. This right here, from my heart space, that divine light connected to that source of everything, that infinite wisdom, that infinite intelligence, and infinite love that we're made of. That's what got me through this. That's what gets me through every single day, and it gets me through why I don't have any fear. I don't have any fear because I am loved. I am love. It is the I am. And you can't forget that either. It is the I am. Every living being has it. But, my cat, the trees, the avocado you eat, or the boiled egg, they're all the same. They're all the same. It's the intention that's put behind it. Is it made with love? Can we free ourselves and be love? Be infinitely loved. Infinite. Go from impossible to I'm possible. And I'm going to show you just how beautiful it is, okay? Because it's really wild. And I'm going to keep going. Every day I'm going to tell you more and more about what's happened and how I'm just a fractal of all these beautiful beings that are on this journey with me. I took this role to help out in the darkest parts of humanity, to help clear it up, to help lighten up this earth plane. But there are other beings on this earth plane right now that I really need to thank in the beginning, in this very start, because they've helped me too. And they're on the same journey. They've heard this clarion call and they're on this journey too. And they're helping. Many famous people and ones I've tapped into that have helped me just remember there's order in the universe. It's order. It's infinite beauty and order that I needed because I was going through this chaos. I was going through this chaos of trying to help people become orderly in here and connect to that they're okay, that they are safe, that they are loved. So right from the get-go, I'll say on Dr. Joe Dispenza and all his work on healing himself and how he has stepped into that role of paying it forward. I need to thank him. Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Greg Braden, Teal Swan, there's other readers on, like tarot readers and stuff on YouTube too, that have thanked me, that have helped me just reinforce that truth of I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing, and keep going. But Dr. Robert Grant is also an infinitely loved being that I need to thank expressly, because with his math and science and physics and music and art. He has helped keep that balance of order within me. And I really want to say thank you to him personally. Thank you very much for your help and your guidance. I really appreciate it. And also Matthias de Stefano, his connection to his past lives and seeing life on these levels has also helped me, because I'm like, yes. So thank you. Because now I know I'm not alone. And I'm not crazy. Because I've experienced so much too. And it's been such a blessing. But I was really afraid because I saw so much. And I couldn't explain it. And now it's like, okay, I'm good. It's just an awareness. I have this awareness and this awakening, and I'm not just connected to the 3D. There's 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 9D. I can see it too. And thank you very much for helping me. And as I go through these videos, I'm going to keep thanking other souls, because I'm not doing this alone. I've had a lot of help, and I'm going to keep paying it forward and keep talking about other people too that have come on my path, have helped me, shown me, walked with me, guided me, because we're all connected. Our telomeres, these connections of souls, of wisps of a soul that are connected on a deeply conscious, subconscious, maybe super conscious level. We're all thinking these same things. We're all on the same path. How can we help? How can we help? How can we help? What else can we do? How else can we pay it forward? I have this knowledge. I have this love. I want to keep pushing forward. What else can I do? This is that connection. And it's so incredible. I've burst into tears so many times watching these videos of these other teachers and other people and other loving beings, and so many, my own family that have crossed over, have come back to help me and guide me and say, you can do this. We're here with you. We're supporting you. We love you. We keep going. Keep breaking through that another fear. Keep going, being more unlimited. Keep being more unlimited. Keep showing up. Keep showing up, Tess. Keep showing up, because it ain't stopping. Anytime soon. And I'd get up and get dressed and go, okay, now what? Because I'm not stopping. And thank you. So every day I'm going to post some videos, some short, some long. But I'll tell you what. I've seen the hell that is on earth, and it's a consciousness. It's a consciousness from humanity. Like the evil that people talk about, that's on earth right now, it's in a consciousness. It's in humanity's consciousness, because it's carried forward ancestrally through lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. It's in our beingness. It's in the mind. And it keeps being carried forward because we keep coming back to keep healing it. It's in consciousness. It's not a real thing. It's not a physical thing. But it's in consciousness, and when it's in your consciousness, it's a fear, and it blocks your soul, it blocks your light, and it makes you fearful, and that's why humanity fights itself. Humanity is the only realm, human beings are the only beings in, maybe even in the universe, that kills itself and kills each other from fear and ego. I've never seen this before. I have never seen this before. And I know in other realms, as a starseed, I know I'm a starseed because I don't see it over there. I don't see that over there at all. What I've experienced on those other realms, other dimensions, other universes, I'm not really sure just yet. I'm figuring that out, but I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm going to tell you that it's not natural. What we're experiencing here, we don't experience in other realms. we don't experience on other planets and other universes. It's only here. Humanity. It's a test planet. We got to get through this. And you do it with love. You do it with love. You don't do it by killing other people, because when it's all said and done, that other person's just dead, but you still got the freaking issue in front of your face, right? That's why all these systems are breaking down. All the political, all the business, because it's not working. It's breaking down because it's not working. What works is in here. That's a story I'm going to tell, because when you have self-love, you love yourself and your worthiness, there's no other issue in the world that it's going to happen, because self-love and self-worth, you won't want to hurt anybody else. You won't want to hurt anybody else, because your worthiness inside here reflects out there. If there isn't worthiness in here, and that's the biggest thing I've seen that humanity hasn't done, but now we're doing it, finally. I'm talking millions. I've been around a long time. I'm a very old soul. And anything I say on this channel, I have vowed to Source, to God, to Brahma, Allah, whoever you want to call that source of infinite being, of love and wisdom and intelligence. I have vowed to speak the truth, and I have been and seen humanity's lives the millions of years, and that's the one thing that I have not seen get worked on, is the inner self. I've seen it. You can say I love you to people till you're blue in the face, till the day you die. But if you can't say it to yourself, that's why wars start. Because when you have self-love and so much self-worth in there, and it's so strong, you won't want to hurt anybody else. It's a completely different energy that surrounds you, that is within, near, and around you, because it expands. It expands. It is helpful. It is loving. It is infinite. It is how may I serve? How can I pay it forward? And if you don't have that, and fear surrounds you, and you do anything fear-based, that's going to be, who's going to attack me now? Who's going to get me now? What's going to happen next? What am I going to lose next? How else am I going to get my ass beat? And all these things, right? When you're fear-based, everything is attacking you. And you're like, and you can't see, and you can't live, and you can barely breathe. But when you're coming from this space, this heart space that is love and worthiness, it expands out. And you give. And just that. Think about that. Where is your heart space coming from? What is within you right now? What do you feel the strongest about? Because fear, in your ego, will always tell you fearful stuff. Oh, you're going to die. Oh, what if you do this? You're going to be hurt. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But love asks the question. Your higher self will always ask that question. How can you do better? Or not how can you do better? Or how could you have done this situation better? Your higher self and your soul will always ask those wonderful, empowering questions. How can I do better next time? You don't condemn. You don't hurt yourself, and you don't hurt others. You ask, how can I do it better? And you just get up and brush yourself off, and you just do better. And you get brave about it. And you don't worry about what anybody else thinks. You think, well, how can I be better than I used to be? Not how can I be better than the next guy? How can I be better than I used to be? That's an empowering question. And I'll tell you what, I'm not afraid to speak my story anymore. I'm not afraid, because everything I've experienced is the truth, and I've sworn to help humanity, just like millions and millions of other souls out there. Okay, so it's going to be messy. I'm not always going to be, nice and neat and loving, and well, I'm always going to be loving, but I'm going to be honest. Okay, I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to speak it as I saw it. I'm going to speak it as I experienced it, because I have that connection. Okay? I have that connection. It's not ego driven. It's love driven. Everything I say and do and teach was love driven, to help. Because the day I cross over and go to the other side, I'm gonna know I did better than I used to every day. And I'm gonna know that I helped as best as I could, even if I'm doing it, even if I'm afraid. I don't know. But I can't not try. I have to try. I have to do it. So I invite you to join me, and we're gonna have some pretty in-depth conversations. Okay? And I invite you to comment below and pass this on and share as much as you can, because I really think the more we empower ourselves and the more we awaken and the more we see beyond what we think we can, the more we push that boundary of how can I be better than I used to be. That's how we heal. That's how we find that source that is within us, that is connected to where we came from, what we're made of. Because what we're made of is infinite love, wisdom, and intelligence. And we are that. I am that. You are that. We are that. It is the I am. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.